1 minute until showtime.
Hey! That was only a 102. All these people here, we can do better than that.
102.
102.
Oh, yeah, I could see it.
Hey! Now that's as good as we're going to get. 102. Okay,
Yep.
we gave it a shot.
Yeah.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, from the world's most famous beach, from where beach racing began, it's the Legends of Racing radio show, live from racing's North Turn Beach Bar and Grill in Ponce Inlet, Florida. The Legends of Racing radio show with your host, Buzz McKim, and co-host, Gary Keller.
Oh, Ray, thank you, thank you. You know, it's like a party here every week.
I know.
It's like a party.
You talk about a party. Just take a look to your right at this ocean. I mean,
Oh,
this is heaven on earth right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
The blinds have been pulled, the plastic's pulled up, and we can see the sunshine and we can see the waves.
Yep.
It's just beautiful.
And we're wearing shorts again.
Wearing shorts again.
Heck of a deal. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
having a good time.
Yeah.
This is great. Well, anyway, we thank everybody for coming today and everyone out there for checking in with us. We certainly couldn't do it without you.
For sure.
Yeah, we were so we were honored to have you all in our presence here. So,
I mean, a lot of big things coming up.
oh boy,
Race week,
Yeah.
or not race week yet, but we're
Yeah.
2 weeks out.
it's
But
getting there.
yeah, the Rolex was last week. Like good show for that.
Yeah, weather was a little iffy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
yeah.
always is.
Yeah. But, you know, Roger Penske team won. Imagine that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't even imagine.
Yeah, me
What a
neither.
surprise.
Yeah, how did that happen? Golly,
Yeah.
it's
But
amazing.
you know what? He's just such a winner in life.
Oh,
you
God.
know? I mean, he deserves his accolades and everything that he accomplishes. I mean, look what he's done for the Indy 500. You know, we talked about that
Yep.
last couple of weeks. What he's done, he's turned the track around. Not that the family didn't do a great job all the years, the Hallman family, but you know, it needed some new blood and the improvements he's made there. So
Oh, sure. He's building a new museum there too.
yes.
And they say it's going to be spectacular.
I think the passion he still shows for it is what gets me.
Oh, yeah.
You see him sitting there, and it's right then and there. This is all that matters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you know,
he gets in there.
the three of us, we've all been around racing for a lot of years, okay? But I've never heard anybody, and I mean anybody, ever badmouth Roger Penske.
No.
Never.
No.
And that's just the kind of, that speaks volumes.
Yep.
you
They
know?
say if he meets you, he'll never forget your name.
Yeah.
And what a gift that is. Linda
Yeah.
Vaughn's like that too.
Is she?
Yeah, she'll always
Yeah.
remember your name.
Yeah.
Well,
I remember Linda a couple years ago at the parade. I went to shake her hand. She said, "You're not shaking my hand." I said, "Okay." She said,
What's the next option?
She said COVID. Yeah, I was about ready to ask her for options. Yeah. But no, because of COVID. I mean, she was really.
Oh, that's right.
She was really freaked out on that.
Is
you
that
know?
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
my
wouldn't
gosh.
Shake my
Yeah.
hand.
holy cow.
Yeah.
Well, we got a great show today. We got a good friend, Mr. Dave Dion. He's a little bit on the edge of being crazy, and this might put you over the edge. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's a president of the Living Legends of Auto Racing Group, and they have a lot of stuff going on here during Speed Week, and we thought we'd bring him on here to kind of explain everything and when it is, where it is, that sort of thing. And now, Dave in his own right was a hell of a race driver. He was NASCAR Busch North champion, weren't you?
Yeah, way back in '76, it was just called NASCAR North.
Yeah.
That's before sponsors really put their name on everything.
Oh, yeah.
Ken Squire was running it,
Uh-huh.
and then later Bush picked it up.
Yeah. And then he's a couple-time winner of the Oxford 250, which is New England's Daytona 500.
Yep.
And you did it all in a Ford, which Fords weren't supposed to run like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It isn't how much you won.
Yeah.
You know, when I was talking to Kenny Schrader the other night when we had that meet and greet, and we were talking kind of about our careers, and it wasn't so much the stats of my career, It's how we did it.
Yes.
And it was an uphill battle financially, but even a bigger uphill battle running a Ford against a Chevrolet, which kind of everything was available.
Oh, sure.
The Ford, you had to build it yourself.
Yep.
Other than the help from the Wood brothers.
Oh, I was going to say the Wood brothers gave you a hand.
Well,
didn't
I never would have survived without their help.
Is that right?
No.
They're amazing people, that's for sure.
Sure was.
Going to be interesting to see what they do this year with Josh Berry.
I think
for 'em.
coming out the opening gate at Bowman Gray,
Oh, yeah.
I think that's kind of like us going back to Thunder Road.
Yeah.
This
there
is
you
their
go.
best shot to come right out swinging.
Yeah. So who's excited about the Bowman Gray show, huh? That's going to be
yeah.
good. Yeah, we're going to be on TV Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if the Heats are on TV. I
don't know.
Yeah, they might be on Amazon or something like that. But I can't even imagine those Cup cars. Of course, they ran Cup cars there years ago. All 4 Cup victories of Glenn Woods came at Bowman Gray. Johnny Allen's win came at Bowman Gray.
Oh, Johnny won.
Yeah. His one win.
Let me tell you something. If those Cup cars could race if they can race at L.A. Coliseum, they can race there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Bowman
think so.
Gray.
That's
So it'll be exciting to see.
it will be.
Should
Yeah.
be.
It'll be a show. They'll make it a show.
Yeah.
You know.
You and your brothers were all involved in the sport, weren't there? How many brothers did you have?
I have 5 brothers,
Really?
but 4 of us, or 5 of us. My younger brother, when I went to Vietnam, my brothers took the race car we had at that time, and they just, I didn't even know much about this. Later years, they just set it aside,
Oh, really? I'll be darned.
hoping I would come home.
Oh, yeah. And you
And-
fooled him when you came
And
home.
they kind of built another, like a little Ford Falcon or something.
Is
It's
that
an old
right?
junk. And my younger brother ran that. My little brother's gone now, my younger brother. He had an alcohol problem his whole life.
Oh, jeez.
And when I came home, when I did make it home from Vietnam, we restarted my career. He kind of got left out. And I think that's what the turning point in his life came, was he had a career and I came home, survived the war, and he just didn't stay involved with it. And I looked back, and it was a pretty big mistake
Yeah.
on my part.
Oh, I see.
Well,
But-
that's no excuse to be a drunk or an alcoholic. But
Well,
I had one too, so I know what.
No,
it's
that wasn't the whole thing. He just, there was a whole bunch of the brothers, 3, 4, 5 of us,
Yeah,
that were as tight as could be.
Right.
And he felt,
left out.
yeah, and it was, I'm talking way later years.
Oh, really?
All the way from your 20s up into your 70s
Oh, my gosh.
before it actually set in.
Yeah. Isn't that
Of
something?
why the whole world ended up the way it did.
Yeah.
You look back and say, that's the biggest mistake I ever made.
I'll be darned. Now,
Was not including him.
was he a driver?
Yeah, he drove that whole year while I was gone.
Drove the Falcon. Right?
Yeah, drove the
Yeah.
Falcon. Yeah.
And I wasn't exactly a winner when I left. I hadn't won a race. I mean, my goal when I went to Vietnam was to try and stay in the lead lap.
Oh, yeah. That's a big plus.
That's how far behind I was.
Stay alive.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow, that must have been a trip. Yeah, were you dreaming about racing while you were over there?
Yeah, our base camp just north of Saigon, if you look at an Army base, it's got a perimeter. And then you got guard houses, guard shacks to protect yourself. But that road was a nice oval or a circle.
Oh, perfect.
And one day I was in the motor pool.
Yeah.
I had a mortar hit our motor pool and blew up one of our trailers.
Oh, geez.
And I said, wow, we can't fix that thing. Somebody said, take it over to battalion. They'll ship it out. And get, So we hooked it on, and we went on the perimeter road.
Yeah.
And I just all of a sudden felt like, this is good.
Yeah.
So it was all red clay, laterite. And I kept going faster and faster. And then one of the guys with me said, so you're a race driver? Oh, yeah. And I was showing him what a good race driver. Well, the faster I went, the more centrifugal force. Pretty soon the trailer's hanging out at a 45-degree angle. And it hit one of the guard shacks.
Oh, jeez. Holy cow.
It about flipped us. And we got the battalion, and they looked at it, and they said, what happened to the trailer? He said, looks like it got hit by a mortar.
Yeah.
It says, wow, that thing is, you sure it didn't get hit by a Russian rocket? It was destroyed. So that was my refresher for if I ever get home,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this again.
Oh, my gosh. So you ran dirt then, huh?
Well, yeah, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
But me and Kenny Schrader, we're pretty equal when it comes to dirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why don't you guys tell us about the Kenny Schrader, the deal on Tuesday night? How'd it go?
Oh, man, it turned out great. We had a great crowd. Living Legends of Auto Racing set it up. Bill Jostler over there, and a good friend of Kenny's. Kenny showed up, and we got...
I don't think we could have brought a better person in.
No, not at all. He was
And,
fantastic.
you interviewed him through the whole thing.
Yep.
But that man was so comfortable and so Kenny Schrader.
Oh, he was so funny.
He
He was
really
great.
was.
He was just great. And they had free cookies, so, man, I was there. Are you kidding? Absolutely. But, yeah, he was great and answered all the questions, came up with some really, really good stuff from when he drove for Junie Dunleavy.
Oh,
and,
God.
Drove for
And
Hendrick.
you heard me ask that question. He said when he won the race,
Yeah.
everybody was so happy for Junie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he won a qualifier at Daytona.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody was just so excited about that.
Well, Junie was around for a long time. He tried and tried and tried to make things work and
Yeah.
happen, and that was really the first big break that he got.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From what I remember.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
But Kenny was saying that he keeps a book of everything from, for every
God.
year that he runs, and that he figured he had raced at over 500 racetracks in 48 states. Can you imagine that?
That's amazing.
And the only two states he hasn't run on is Hawaii and Rhode Island, only because Rhode Island doesn't have a racetrack. Isn't that
And he
strange?
has every dollar recorded.
That's right.
When Coastal 181 did our book, Dave Moody and I,
Uh-huh.
Life Wide Open, a little while after that, they did the Kenny Schrader book.
Oh, really?
And I see those people all the time in New England. I said, so I bought the Kenny Schrader book
Yeah.
and everything. And that's why I asked him that question.
Yeah.
You are so organized. You just don't seem like a race person.
Yeah, that's right. He's got it together.
But he said, what did he say? Well, if you were married to my wife, you'd be like that.
That's right. Yeah, she's the one that keeps everything straight. Yeah, and you talk about a character, though. My gosh.
Oh,
he
he's
was
great.
He was
Just
really
great.
something. Yeah, and it went on about an hour and a half. We only thought it would be
Yeah.
about an hour, but everybody kept asking questions, and he kept volunteering more information, and it was just a real special time.
He really
So
was.
maybe we can do it again next year.
And that was kind of our new direction for the Living Legends of Auto Racing.
There you go.
Since we closed the museum, and with the, people thought we went away.
Yeah.
They actually didn't know, and we said, "Wow!" Didn't realize we were going to end up like this by closing the museum. So that's what we started doing. This was actually our first one of these meet greets.
Yeah. There'll be more.
But that was pretty good.
Oh boy, yeah, it was a good thing. And if you were there and if you enjoyed it, you're gonna like Coffee with the Characters on Thursday of Speed Week. What is it? The 13th? The 13th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right after the banquet.
Yeah, that's
Wednesday
right.
night, it will be Thursday. I had a long talk with Pat Allison, Donnie's wife.
Oh, good.
And we are trying to make it a tribute to Bobby Allison.
Yeah.
And Bonnie Allison was going to come, fell down, broke her hand.
Oh no.
It's a moving target right now.
Is that right?
Obviously, we will do a lot for Bobby Allison, that Coffee with the Characters, but I was hoping to be even bigger. They're not sure they can be there.
Yeah.
It's just...
Oh, that's
Is he
unfortunate.
gonna is he gonna make it to our show? Is he gonna make it here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
I
2
mean,
weeks,
you
right?
talk about a show, ladies and gentlemen. I call it the Big Three. You know, you got Ernie Irvin,
Oh, boy.
you got Jeff Bodine, and you got Donnie Allison.
How
I
did
mean,
Jeff Bodine get between those two?
Oh my gosh! I mean, a lot of racing history.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I mean, it's just incredible. And we've had some great people on our show, as you well know.
Oh, God, yes.
And we've been blessed. We've had Mario, we've had Ari Lyndike, Janet Guthrie. I mean, the list goes on and on. But to have those three guys on at the same time, we're hoping. So Jeff talked to him last night. He said, "Hey, is there any way we can make this show an hour and a half? Because by the time we get through talking, the time's going to go by so quick." So that's in Mike's discrepancy. Whether or not we can pull that off, I don't know. But gosh darn, get here early because it's going to be crowded, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be a packed house.
Oh yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
great. That's for sure. And so you have 2 Daytona 500 winners and a Hall of Famer
Yes.
on the same stage.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then you got Buzz McKinn.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get any
Oh,
better.
my God.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
that's worth the price of admission right there.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're breaking in a new guy for our banquet this year.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, this buzz guy.
Oh, is that right? Oh, I hear he'll do anything for a free meal. I think it'll be a lot of fun. We have a lot of really, really good people that are going to be getting awards.
Now Dave Moody's fighting to get his job back.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, he even opened his show yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And the question was, well, you're going to be busy during speed weeks. Don't you do other things? Well, I usually do the Living Legends banquet, but they didn't get the hotel booked in time.
Oh, jeez.
They shifted. We gave the whole story, which was good.
Yeah.
Which was good.
Well, tell them I'll arm wrestle them for it.
He said, but they've already got the right day booked for next year, which we do.
Good.
So we go back to Tuesday.
Okay.
So it doesn't conflict.
That's good.
And then he says, and I'm hoping to get my job back.
Oh, good.
So,
yeah, Moody's great.
So how did tell us? I mean, you have a thankless job, but you enjoy it and you make the best of it, and you've made it a success. And with all your contacts that you've made over the years, I mean, you've done great. You enjoy it, don't you?
Which part are we talking about?
Talking living legends.
You're talking the driving the race car or the living legend?
Living legends.
Oh, that's a moving target.
Yeah. It's volunteer work.
I didn't realize there was so many racing clubs and activities in Daytona.
Oh, there's a lot going on.
I thought Living Legends was it. That everybody. I think that's getting better.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it's getting better. We're supporting other museums around the country. They're supporting us. I got a good feeling things are going to get a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and cooperation among the groups.
Yep.
And
we all have the same purpose.
Sure.
And I think about the board members we have now. And the main ingredient with the board members for me is the same as it was for my race team. You got to have passion. You got to have a lot of passion to give up all your free time with no reward at all.
There you go.
Except what you go, I did my part.
Yeah.
And we have that now.
Mm-hmm. That's good. You have done your part.
Yep.
We really do. We've got a great board of directors now, and one of them's here. Few of them are here, but our newest one, Bill Jostler, he's from Vermont, so obviously I know him.
Right.
He's involved with a lot of clubs in New England. He's on the board of directors everywhere. He's like a Dick Berger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Yeah.
And he's got the passion.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Dave Dion, everybody.
All right.
The caution flag is out. Time for a break. We'll be right back with the Legends of Racing radio show. At Beach Boys Embroidery and Tees, it's all about making you happy. Beach Boys Embroidery can customize your athletic golf apparel, caps, hats, badges, buttons, magnets, backpacks, bags, totes, clocks, watches, and of course, T-shirts. Sure, they're at 2033 South Ridgewood Avenue in South Daytona, and they're waiting for you to call now. 386-255-5880. Beach Boys Embroidery and Tees. Let Aloha Marine get you on the water with huge discounts on great brands like Bayliner, Carolina Skiff, Hurricane, Key West, and Regal. Pay as little as $169 a month with 10% down and approved credit. Don't wait. Get to Aloha Marine, 1700 North Nova Road, Holly Hill, Monday through Saturday. 47 years and always better than boat show prices. We're back from where it all began. Racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. The Legends of Racing radio show continues with your host, Buzz McKim, and co-host, Gary Keller.
All righty. Thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate that. And this segment is brought to you locally by the Staples on International Speedway Boulevard. Anything for the office, they've got it. And also the Legends of Racing radio show YouTube. You can watch the show live, and an hour later we'll be posting it to Facebook. So you can go back tonight and see what we did today. It'd be all right. And also, since it is Daytona 500 time, we've got tickets for the Daytona 500. We've got 4 tickets, and they were scarce as hen's teeth. And there you go. There's the sign for it. $25 donation for 2 tickets. So we got 2 sets that we're going to be auctioning off, or not auctioning, but giving away, if you will. and Danny's got the ticket stubs right here, and like she's got nothing else to do. But anyway, think about it. They're in the Old Field Tower, right at the fourth turn, right at the end of Pit Road. Great seats. So $25 gives you a chance on 4 tickets. Heck of a deal there. So let's see. You were what were you ready to do?
I was going to ask him about your start in racing. You told us a little bit about it, but tell us about your journey, the highlights, and talking about naturally the East Coast. Our friend Bill, who's a friend of our show, he's from up in Massachusetts, correct? So we hear a little bit, but the East Coast has always been a hub for NASCAR racing, correct?
Even today, if you go back there, I think the loyalty, the fans, I mean, they're all in. You go to a short track in Florida, and 500 people in the grandstand.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to the promoter at Auburndale when I was there with a friend, and I says, you know what we call that in New England? He said, what's that? I said, a rainout. I mean, there's more people in the parking lot just.
Yeah, that's right.
Talk.
And every driver has a fan club too. That's the amazing part. I mean, the people are just rabid fans up there.
And it's for life.
Yeah. Yeah, and you get the generations of people that come to the same track and the same seats, and it's just it's an amazing thing to see.
It was like Dave Moody describing Bowman Gray on his show yesterday. How there's 3 generations.
Oh yeah.
And they're so loyal or disloyal.
That's right.
That he said 3, a grandmother, a mother, and a child.
Yeah.
And as Burt Myers goes by or Tim Brown, it's fingers in, giving them the finger.
That's
I
right.
mean, it's like,
either the number 1 or the other finger. Yeah, we were up there one year, one of the years that Burt Myers won the championship.
Yeah.
Same thing, the crew comes out and pushes the car around the track. It's really neat and kind of a ceremonial thing.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah. And everybody had at least one finger up.
Well, the question yesterday on Moody's show was, do you expect the Cup race to be similar to the Madhouse, where somebody gets dumped and goes straight across the infield?
Oh, gosh.
And T-Bone's, in the door.
Yeah.
And they said, I don't think it'll get to that point. They might get suspended before the Daytona 500. But I think it should all be exempt for this race.
Yeah, I think.
No penalty could be.
Yeah, throw off the gloves.
Because it's not a point race.
Exactly.
You should be able to do what you want.
You betcha. Years ago, Bobby Allison and Curtis Turner got into a bumping match there.
Oh, yeah.
And they ended up having their own demolition derby. They literally destroyed both race cars. It started out as just a little honest bump. And Curtis didn't like that, so he bumped back, and Bobby bumped back, and all that. So they had to pay some fines. And Junior Johnson, who Curtis was driving for, said, "I'll tell you what. Next time," he says, "I'll pay the fine, and you fix the car."
But in latter years, they both said how much fun they had doing it.
Oh, they had a ball.
They had a ball.
Oh,
Even though they were pissed at each other during the time, they looked back at it. Both of them looked back.
I don't know what to expect from this race. If you ask me how do I think qualifying will be worth the price of admission.
Oh, boy.
It's no different than the Oxford 250 all those years that I ran it. Qualifying was the show.
Was it really?
Oh, there was as many as 100 cars trying for 36 spots.
No kidding.
Always more cars go home than race.
Really?
The Oxford 250.
Gee whiz.
Wow.
Now, how big a track was that? Was that a half?
I was a third mile. It was
third.
fairly flat, not totally flat. And I remember Butch Lindley coming up, and he had won it the year before. And he was in a last chance race, and he moved the guy out of the way. Didn't dump, didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Just moved him.
Yep.
Got the spot, and there was 6 heat races, and whatever. And I'm standing by the fence watching my look, and there's Butch next to me.
I'll be darned.
And he looked at me like I'm looking down on him, like, you bad boy. And he goes to me, I don't think I ever did that in my life, Dave. I said, you got to do that up here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, rubbing his race in there.
I see that at Bowman Gray.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be more fights after the heat race than there will be after the main event.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, everybody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yes.
Yeah. It should be very interesting.
Bad blood. Starting out the year, bad blood, maybe.
Yeah, you never can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you got an event coming up a week from Monday, and that's at the Christian Church, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. You could tell a little bit about that?
I want to say something about the people at the Christian Church.
Oh, sure.
our club almost revolves around that church. That's how much they've done for us. And they allowed us to do the Ken Schrader thing and just throw a few bucks in the donation box, you know. And that's the hardest decision when we have a board meeting. I mean, I'd like to give them, you know, but we're nonprofit. We don't, you know, we can't pay crazy money.
Yeah, sure.
But those people have been there. They were there for us through COVID. They only allowed us to unload the race cars. They don't allow us to set them up.
Yeah.
So the show we'll have there Monday, that's a great show. I'm getting phone calls from people. I just got a call from Ronnie Bouchard's sister.
Oh, boy.
And a text, and it said, Dave, are we still invited?
Oh,
I said, oh, my God.
Yeah.
And they not only bring the Ronnie Bouchard car that won Talladega, they bring the Eddie Flemke modified.
Oh, do they
the
really?
Eastern Bandit car.
Oh, no kidding.
So that's...
Ronnie Bouchard, was that the Springfield, Ohio guy?
Oh, no. Fitchburg, Massachusetts.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
And
there you go. Bill.
that's a great show. Last year we didn't do the beach, you know, with the tide. And we really didn't think it was a big deal till we put a comment box out there.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They squared us away.
Yeah. So will there be a beach involved this year?
Yes, there will be.
They're going to run on the beach.
We're going to run on the beach.
Wow, that's great.
Problem of where we enter or don't enter off of Dunlawton, Johnny, or something that...
We didn't get all that, but that's okay.
But we'll have it.
Yeah.
What we tried last year I thought was pretty popular. We picked out certain vehicles or certain periods of time, and we would kind of bring them up in like a make-believe victory lane.
Oh, yeah.
And you did the interviews.
Yeah, that was great. We had a good time.
I just thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, that's really super.
Yeah,
but that's one of the highlights. A lot of people really look forward to that. They consider that one of the prime things to do for Speed Week.
Yeah, and thankfully, the Christian Church, the Driving Christian Church, allows us to do it. We are so blessed to be able to do it at that location.
Yeah.
And when we left the show, the Kenny Schrader show the other night, I said, I don't know how we could thank these people enough.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. And you know what's interesting too? Back in the old beach days, that's where the cars would be inspected. And
really?
Yeah, and then they would drive the cars down A1A to the beach course. But the NASCAR had their inspection right there at the drive-in church.
Wow. Are you serious, Buzz?
Yep, honest to God.
No kidding.
Yep, sure was.
Wow. Well, when you think about it, they have to have a staging area for something like that.
Oh, sure. For sure. But then for the guys to drive the race cars down A1A, that's
and
pretty darn cool.
And you get a blessing.
Oh, that's right.
So,
exactly.
You know,
yeah, sure.
No, they're good people. A lot of our board members go to that church. And everything.
Oh, no kidding.
Wonderful. We have a great relationship with those people.
Yeah, they're exceptionally they're race fans.
Along with where we have host the Coffee with the Characters at the Pavilion. I mean, Daytona Beach Shores has really been a savior for our club.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah,
during COVID, during everything. Johnny West goes, he talks to them. Anything for you guys.
Wow.
They're really wonderful. They're really wonderful. We get there at 7 in the morning for that Coffee with the Characters, and there's some of the highway guys right there waiting to go to work, set chairs up. And
oh, really? No kidding. And they get a free donut.
They do get a free donut.
You know what was quite interesting to me was that the city of Holly Hills back in the day was a very popular area for where the drivers hung out.
Oh, yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
You know. And, you know, it's surprising they wouldn't really migrate down here to South Daytona or Daytona so much, but they'd all stay up in Holly Hills and party and dinner. And
there was a bunch of little motels up there, or motor courts, as they called them, and a lot of them would come down as a group and stay together.
Stay together in the hotels,
yeah, sure would.
Yeah.
Funny stuff.
Kyle Petty, I mean, I was talking to him, and he said he had a blast growing up as a kid, you know, with the Allison boys and, you know, just – you know, the drivers' kids and so forth, all the unity that they had amongst each other.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, fighting and framming and bamming. And hey, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with Dave Dion, everybody.
All right. Thank you.
The caution flag is out. Time for a break. We'll be right back with the Legends of Racing radio show. Racing's original North Turn is our broadcast headquarters. If you're looking for a good drink, great entertainment, and the best in food, they're right on the beach at Racing's Original North Turn. Come on down to dinner tonight. Here are a couple of testimonials. These are actual testimonials from people who have enjoyed the North Turn. Been there many times, always great food and drinks, great location on the beach. And another, what a great experience. It's my new favorite restaurant in the Daytona Beach area, Racing's Original North Turn on South Atlantic Avenue. That's A1A in Ponce Inlet, about 3.2 miles south of the Dunlawton Bridge and A1A intersection. It's Racing's Original North Turn, a restaurant, museum, bar, gift shop, live music. That's Racing's North Turn. Thanks to you, the original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill has been voted top 10 beach bar in Florida year after year after year. We're back from where it all began. Racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. The Legends of Racing radio show continues with your host, Buzz McKim, and co-host, Gary Keller.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. This segment's being brought to you locally by Daytona Flea and Farmers Market, voted one of the top five markets in the country. The USA Weekend. And visit our Shop Now Network and our Shop Now at Daytona Flea and Farmers Market Facebook page for the latest in vendor tours. We got a couple special people here today. You remember our good friend Blackie Wangren?
The best. He was the best.
Yeah, he was just a great guy. We lost him last year.
And a good driver, too.
Oh, heck of a guy. Independent, you know. He got the most out of his equipment.
Had some great stories, man.
Yeah. Ford man.
Sure do miss Blackie.
Whoa.
Yeah, see? Exactly. Well, his cousin Sue and her husband Dick Stadola are here from Luxembourg, Wisconsin. They're sitting right over there. There we go. Hey.
There's some other Wisconsin people.
Absolutely. I've been to the real Luxembourg. That's pretty interesting. So I wonder if it's anything like Luxembourg, Wisconsin. I don't know. Yeah. So
right there, bratwurst country. Nothing better than a Wisconsin
That's
brat.
right.
Oh,
that's
boy,
right.
that's for sure. Yeah, so we've got the banquet on Wednesday night. And we've got some great people that are going to be getting awards. Our old friend Matt Yoakum, the announcer, he's going to be getting an award. And Sam Summers, great short track driver, he'll be the Saturday Night Hero Award. And let's see who else we've got. Who else do we have? I should have had my list here.
Ernie Irvin.
Ernie Irvin, yeah, Ernie Irvin.
And I didn't bring any of my literature.
Yeah,
you know. But I got my crew there.
Yeah, there we go. They can fix it.
Bobby Steamboat.
Kirk Shelmerdine is going to be getting an award. Yeah, and then some of the presenters, we've got Dick Bergman is going to be giving the presentation, and Donnie Allison is going to be giving a presentation to Tommy Allison, the Allison Family Award, and Tony Glover is going to be giving an award.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Award. Yeah,
with
good old Tony.
The Sterling days.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so it'll be a great time, and there's no telling who's going to show up. Last year, Michael Waltrip and Kyle Petty showed up. They didn't have anything to do really with the the thing with the festivities, but boy, did they put on a show.
They entertained us.
Oh my gosh, it was great.
I got an email from Kyle a couple of days ago, and it was about a month after I sent it to him, or a text actually.
Yeah.
And he said, "I've been really busy. I'll talk to you this week." I said, "Please tell me you're coming to the banquet."
Yes.
We do need the entertainment.
Oh, yes.
We're thinking about maybe roasting you and I on that. You know, there's people that got lots of material.
Yeah.
If we got up there.
Oh, man. Well, it's Tony time, everybody. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony. All right.
Yes, indeed.
What would the show be without Tony time?
Do you have a question for us, sir?
Well, first, Dave, from one veteran to another one, thank you, and I'm glad you made it through.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Had a question for Buzz, actually.
Uh-oh.
I got a book about auto racing. It was done in 1971. It's all farms. And in the acknowledgments for NASCAR, he, of course, mentions Bill France. Then he mentions Jim Foster.
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
yeah.
Who was Jim Foster?
Jim Foster was one of those unsung heroes. Yep. He was a guy who was in the background pulling all the strings, if you will. He's the one who got CBS lined up with Daytona for the first Daytona 500 live.
Got it.
You know, and he was real big on bringing sponsors into the into the sport, and just a giant among people inside NASCAR. If you were involved with NASCAR, you knew who Foster was, but he never came out of his shell, more or less. You know, he just stayed in the background and just did his job.
Kind of behind the scenes type individual, but he was very dynamic on the
Funny how the behind the scene people do all the.
Oh yeah.
We never give them the credit.
No, we sure don't.
Might be a person on your race team that's solving all your problems.
Yep.
And the media, like, who's that guy?
Yeah, he's just an unsung hero. Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. But, yeah, thank you, Tony. We appreciate that. But, yeah, Foster was a great guy, and it was interesting that when he came over from Chrysler, and he was in the PR department at Chrysler, and he became involved with NASCAR, and Bill France told him, he says, you need to buy some stock. And Foster said, I don't have any money. And Bill said, well, I'll loan you the money, but you need to buy stock. And he was telling me one day about what that stock was worth over the years. He said that was a pretty big deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not a big salary he was able to be getting, but with the stock options, I'm sure he did very well.
Oh yeah, he did extremely well. Yeah, he's gone now. He was writing a biography on Bill France, and Bill France Sr., and had dug up a lot of really interesting information, and a lot of it went into Herb Branham's book, but he had an inside track to the family, more or less.
Yeah.
You know, he was really part of the family. Yeah.
Yes.
So, what's your favorite part of Speed Week?
Oh boy. You know, we used to do so much more when I first joined this club 19 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
We were setting up a display at the Speedway for Budweiser.
Right.
We would do the marathon.
Oh boy.
We'd go set cars up on the marathon route.
Yeah.
You know, the water stations.
Oh yeah.
We had race cars all over there. You did the bus tour for us?
Oh yeah, the bus tour.
I did love that bus tour.
Boy, I'd like to resurrect that bus tour.
Until
that was
I
cool.
tried to do it the next day.
Oh, is that right?
Wasn't that easy?
It didn't work out, huh?
It did not work out well. Nobody ever came back.
Yeah.
I don't know. We used to go down to the lighthouse and do some stuff with
That's
them.
right. There was a car show down there. Yeah.
I really enjoyed the autograph session auction.
Oh boy, yeah, that
Everybody was relaxed.
Yep.
During the autograph session, we had finger food and everything.
That's right.
I just thought, and I asked Paulette the other day at the board meeting, think we'll ever resurrect that and do it. I still think it's great.
And everybody showed up for it. Was the amazing part. I mean, everybody showed up.
It was similar to what Eddie's been doing with Streamline.
That's right. But now that's dead.
Yeah, and I talked to Eddie about it and everything. So I enjoyed that a lot. I sat next to Bill Wimble. I got to meet him and met Linda Vaughn. And I mean, I love anything that the race cars are involved with.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It's just a blur. I'd get up here on, like, Friday night. I'd stay with Johnny and Nancy. And we went to work with the North Turn deal, the Lighthouse. I mean, every day.
Yeah.
Every day. And Bob Coolidge, which we
Studebaker
lost,
Bob, yeah.
at one of our meetings said, Dave, you're a racer. Why don't you put something together and just talk about your race career? Well, that wasn't going to be that popular. So we had it at the museum, and Bug Stevens showed up, Ronnie Bouchard showed up, Lou Boyd, that owns Coastal 181, was there, Dick Bergman, I think. A bunch of people were there. And when it was all over, sadly, there was more, what do you call, personalities there than there was fans. Literally, we had about 5 fans.
Yeah. Yeah, but boy, what a golden opportunity, though, to see those guys and hear
And
their
when it was over, I talked to Lou Boyd, and I said, well, we tried. And he said, what do you mean? I said, we're not going to do that again. He said, well, the following year, we gave it a name, and it became Coffee with the Characters.
That's right.
And it just grew and grew and grew.
Yeah.
It wasn't a media deal. It wasn't a photo op. It was for the fans.
That's right.
You're going to hear the real stories from Bobby Ellison and Jackie Arute, and it's still going.
Yeah,
it's still going good. I hope we do well again this year.
I'm sure we will. Yeah, that's on Thursday. The 13th of February.
Yep.
All right, and then the 14th we have our big show here, and the banquet is the 12th of February.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, on Wednesday night.
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
I think social hour Starts around 5. People start coming in a little after 4. And maybe Johnny and I will get to go out in front and be the greeters again.
Oh, wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah,
huh?
they kind of stuck us with that job last year at the board meeting.
Is that
I had
right?
more fun with that standing out in front of that hotel with Johnny. Kyle Petty and Bentley Ward walked in
Oh,
and
my
just
gosh.
shook their head like, what are you fools doing?
Yeah, Bentley Warren's another real fan of the show.
Oh,
and
my God.
we
that
love
man,
him. And
that man.
he likes to spread his money around, too. That's a
You
nice
know,
part.
I was talking to him just a little while ago, and when they were trying to get that museum off the ground in Loudon, New Hampshire,
Right.
Dick Bergman's dream, and they were going all over New England trying to get a location.
Right.
So they went to New England Dragway and thought maybe these guys would accept an auto racing museum, and that didn't go that good. And then they did something with Loudon, but now they got a location.
Yep.
And they rented the track for $1 a year.
Oh, really?
You know, one of those deals.
Yeah, right.
On the property for New Hampshire International Speedway. But no money.
No,
And
never
fi-
any money.
And finally, Bentley Warren had a meeting with him. I think Ricky Craven was involved. And Bentley threw $50,000 on the table
Wow, no kidding.
and said, this is going to happen.
Oh, good for him.
And Dick Bergman said, do you want to remain anonymous? He said, hell no, that's $50,000. I want full credit for this.
Oh, good for
And
him.
he's probably put over, and of course he's got so many friends in New England.
Oh, sure.
Concrete companies, construction companies,
Yeah.
electrical companies,
Jeez.
and talked them all into it.
Isn't that something?
They built it. I think they said it was worth over $1 million. They don't owe $1.
Really? Oh,
They
my
don't owe
gosh.
$1 on that.
That's
museum.
fantastic.
And that was
That's
a
amazing.
lot because of Bentley Warren.
Yeah, he's quite a guy. Well, we're going to be right back with Mr. Bill. He's got a question for us. And we'll be right back with Dave Dion, everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
The caution flag is out. Time for a break. We'll be right back with the Legends of Racing radio show. Daytona Flea and Farmers Market is still the one for great savings and the best variety. Whether you need flowers and trees for your home or you're looking for great prices on Daytona Beach souvenirs, the market is the place to go. The market features 1,000 booths, 2 air-conditioned malls, a restaurant, and 9 snack shacks. Hop's Grill features gourmet burgers and garden blend salads. Treat yourself to a great variety of brat and hot dog creations at the Dog House, or enjoy a refreshing drink at the Seltzer Oasis. The market is open every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and is 90% undercover, so you can shop rain or shine. There's never a charge for parking or admission. Enjoy our monthly classic car cruise-in on the first Saturday of every month, and garage sale weekend, the third weekend of every month. See all we have to offer at DaytonaFleaMarket.com or like us on Facebook. Discover Daytona's most unique shopping experience, the Daytona Flea and Farmers Market, just a mile west of the Speedway. We're back from where it all began, racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. The Legends of Racing radio show continues with your host, Buzz McKim, and co-host, Gary Keller.
All righty. Thank you so much, everybody. We do appreciate that. And we're here with Dave Dion, the Dynamite Dave Dion. Don't forget about the Dynamite
Yeah,
part
don't
there.
forget that.
That's right. This segment's being brought to you locally by Homewood Suites by Hilton over on Bill France Boulevard, right around the corner from the Speedway. Every room's a suite. They have a great happy hour and a great breakfast bar. And if you want to show off a little bit, anybody coming to town, go ahead and hook them up there. And it's a heck of a deal. Mr. Bill, you have a question for us, sir.
Sure, I do. First of all, I want to tell you, you mentioned the Christian church. Come this June, it'll mark 59 years I got married there.
Really?
Whoa.
Hey, how about that? Oh, that's great.
So I guess I'm older than 59. Dave, you mentioned some of the people in New England, Ricky Craven and the Bouchards and stuff. Can you talk some more about some of the tracks you drove at and pushed north as I remember it, Bush North, and how you did and how you didn't do. Oxford Plains, we went there one time, and modified driver Ed Patno drove off the first turn because there weren't any fences.
That's right.
No fences.
The Maine doesn't believe in fences.
No, just up and over and gone in a cloud of dust.
Oh my gosh.
But we were blessed with Norwood Arena,
Yes.
and Seekonk still operates, and of course my home track at the time was Riverside Park, where you were there many times. And
Well,
now
I grew up in the town of Hudson, New Hampshire, and we had a speedway that was built in the 40s, right after the Second World War. So that was our track. And
Hudson is still there, right?
still there. It got bought out by a real estate conglomerate, but they're racing people. The
that's
Bazowskis doing very well. Of course, you got to fight with the town all the time. I've been to selectmen meetings before, but anyway, getting back to the question, yeah, we ran Norwood, Seekonk, Westboro, those tracks, and after we finally got our first win, after 7 years of trying, and we realized maybe we can do this, I heard about this Northern NASCAR series that Ken Squire. All I knew was Ken Squire on TV, but we went up there and we ran that NASCAR North Tour, which went for a number of years, and then it folded and went to Bush North and the Act Tour. But some of the racetracks, getting the racetracks, the smaller the track, the more I liked it, the more I got good at that because of my brother and the chassis and everything. So Thunder Road, Holland, New York, Erie, Pennsylvania, up into Canada, Sanair, Three Rivers, all through there. We ran in the Maritimes in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, all the New Hampshire tracks, all the New England tracks. And twice a year we'd go to Martinsville, because that was, if you think you're that good, go to Martinsville and prove it. And we didn't prove it many times.
And sadly, most of the tracks you mentioned are no longer there.
Yeah, that's the case with a lot of them.
That's really a shame, because we're losing a lot of heritage because there's nobody that remembers.
Well, I think the problem is that to save these tracks, you've got to be involved with people that have money. And lots of times people with money don't have passion. They have the resources to make it happen, but they don't have the passion to see it through. You see it with Orlando Speedway and different tracks. But every now and then you get when Thunder Road got bought out, and they got an ex-race car driver running at Chris Michaud, and then they got the real estate people. So it's a pretty good balance.
The last thing I'll lead you with is a lot of people don't know you ran number 29, an orange car.
Yes.
And the fellow that I run, Tommy Fern out of Stafford, Connecticut, we run the 92, and our car is orange. I'm not quite sure if there's any connection.
Well, if mine
between
got
the two.
upside down, it would be the same.
It would be the same thing. So, hey, thanks for being here. And
Thank you.
We love old racers from New England.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you, Bill.
he is an old racer.
For
from
sure.
New England. Hey, that beach parade is going to be Saturday the 8th at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
They have to be able to get the cars on the beach and then off the beach before the tide comes in. They're not going to be able to run the cars on the beach per se. They're going to be able to stage them on the beach.
Okay.
You know, they can stage them, and you can go down there and talk to the drivers and all that.
Oh, great.
But to run the cars on the beach, they're doing a lot of work on the south end of the beach, and they're not going to be able to do it. So they are going to run the cars down A1A, though. Yeah. But now up there where you're at, by the drive-in church, the beach is in a different situation.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're supposed to be able to
Yeah,
run
we're
on the beach.
scheduled. We're scheduled. Johnny works with the officials all the time,
Okay.
trying to do it. You know, I like to. Everything is a moving target.
Oh boy.
You hate to predict anything, and
Yeah.
then someone say, "You promised me."
Really?
I don't think I ever used that word promise.
Yeah. So we have the beach parade on the 8th. We have the Christian Drive-In Church Car Show on the 10th. On
10th.
Monday the 10th, and then Wednesday the 12th is the
Banquet,
The 13th is the Coffee with the Characters.
right? Then
Yeah.
your show on Friday.
Yeah, then our show, our big extravaganza on Friday the 14th.
Oh, that's right. That's the big one.
Yeah, that's
Big
the big
three.
one.
The big
Yes,
three.
sir. How about that stuff? So
No, I hope people realize that all the ones that are involved with the North Turn show down here are all invited to us. We'd love to have you. We know there's 58 and down and all that.
Yeah.
You know, period correct.
Sure,
Here.
that's
And
right.
We'd love to have those cars at our show.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, when you go to the drive-in church, you're going to see a little bit of everything. Street rods and
Yes.
stock cars, and they even had a 1904
Oh, God.
Napier last year.
Oh, my God. What did that sell for? Remember they took
I
it
heard it was under $1 million.
They took it to Amelia Island.
Yeah, I heard it was under $1 million. They were expecting.
What were they trying for?
I think they were trying for 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that something? Hey, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with Dave Dion, everybody.
The caution flag is out. Time for a break. We'll be right back with the Legends of Racing radio show. Welcome to Homewood Suites by Hilton in Daytona Beach. You're right in the middle of all the action. Daytona International Speedway, the airport, One Daytona, Florida's newest entertainment and retail destination, and of course, the world's most famous beach. You'll love our newly remodeled 1 and 2 bedroom suites, along with our popular King Studios. You won't need your full kitchen, as Homewood Suites Daytona serves up complimentary breakfast and evening social. It's like home away from home. Go to HomewoodDaytona.com for Homewood Suites by Hilton in Daytona Beach. We're back from where it all began. Racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. The Legends of Racing radio show continues with your host, Buzz McKim, and co-host, Gary Keller.
Yeah.
All righty. Thank you, everybody. Much obliged. We do appreciate that. And don't forget the tickets for the Daytona 500, $25 donation. Gives you a chance on 2 sets of tickets for the Old Field Grandstand. And also, you can check us out on YouTube, the Legends of Racing radio show YouTube page, and also an hour later on the Facebook page. So as soon as you get home, you want to check it out and see what you just saw? Well, there you go. So how about that? Anything you want to add?
Can I do a commercial?
Oh, please do.
You know, everything has a commercial.
You betcha.
I might even do one at the banquet. I don't know.
Oh, I think that'd be fine.
No.
It might be up to the announcer. I don't know.
You know, we have a lot of people that contribute to the Living Legend. And my thoughts, just personally, is we really would like to increase the membership.
Yes.
It's not only the $25 that goes to help support a nonprofit organization. It's that you believe in us.
Mm-hmm.
That you wear a shirt or a hat and you say, I'm a member.
Yeah.
I just and get that yearbook that Nancy puts together. You've looked through it and seen it in the pictures.
Beautiful yearbook.
And I guess of the 9 board members, we all have the same goal, but we all have 9 different ways to get there.
Oh, is that right?
You know?
Interesting.
And everybody has their favorite thing.
Uh-huh.
And mine, 2 things. Mine is increase the membership.
Right.
So that we can get a corporate sponsor
Yes.
for some of our events and show them our membership, some of the people. And the other one is the Lightning, which is now our newsletter.
That's right.
I want to expand that Lightning to be something you are really looking forward to getting. You know, and don't limit ourselves to 4 times a year. If something really great's happening, we got great contributors. All of a sudden, you get one on, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But it costs money to do that. You almost got to have a corporate sponsor.
Oh, sure.
Because for every member you get, you lose money.
Yeah.
Because you got to build that up. So those are my things. I think that Lightning is the secret to our success. Because I'm a guy from New Hampshire, and anything going on at Daytona around the country, it came in the mail.
Yep.
So that I could say, wow.
Yeah.
And a lot of our members don't live in this area.
That's
and they need to be informed and kept up. So that's my commercial.
There you go. Okay, that's a good commercial. Yeah, and the Lightning came from Lightning Epton, who was a longtime member of the club and member of the board of directors, and she passed away last year, and they changed the name from the Cannonball to the Lightning in her honor.
And, you know, I never knew actually the history of the Cannonball. I've been a part of this club for 19 years.
Oh, really?
I knew, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess people were talking, but I wasn't absorbing it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess Zeta Baker, her dad, and the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I had a mutual friend of all the clubs that they're pretty offended by you changing the name. And I went, Why? What's the big deal? You
Yeah,
know?
really.
But that was never the intent.
Yeah.
The intent was to honor Lightning Upton.
Yeah, sure.
You know.
And she had
So
it
I'd like
coming.
to clear that up if
Yeah.
anyone thought there was any other reason.
Yeah, lived to be 103. That's pretty amazing.
It really was. You know, I used to sit next to her during the board meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and I was the outspoken, loudmouth Yankee.
I can't imagine that.
I can't either.
Yeah.
And when they would finally say, "What do you got to say?" I'd go crazy.
Yeah.
And Lightning would sit next to me, and I'd really be rolling. I'd really go, and all of a sudden I'd get a little, and I'd look across and
Calm
she'd
down,
go,
Dave.
"No
Calm
more,
down."
no more." And I think if Lightning was here, or if she got to speak to me before we lost her, she would say, "How about doing what's right to preserve the history of auto racing, and don't worry about who gets the credit."
Well, there you go.
Those would have been her words.
Yes, definitely. That's for sure. And that's what we're all about, all of us here,
That's
too,
right.
preserving the history. That's what the show's about. That's what your club's all about.
Yep.
And we're losing history every day.
That's right.
And we need to preserve it as much as we can. That's why you jumped on board, right, Gary?
Yeah, correct. I mean, talking about losing, I mean, we lost Bill Weber,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
commentator.
Wow.
Yeah, the
you know.
announcer.
Yeah, the announcer, 67 years old, I believe.
Yep.
Thought he would live forever. But,
Yep.
You know, shame. We've lost a lot of great people in the racing
Yeah.
industry, especially the people that that did the races
Sure.
for CBS and ESPN and
Yep.
Speed World. I mean, it's a shame.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really too bad, but time marches on, and we just
Yeah.
have to make the best of every day that we can.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
what-
but you know, you wonder if we're a dying breed. You know, we wonder if the millennials will transpire their love or their passion for
Well,
racing.
that's-
we don't know that.
That's
Yeah.
our responsibility, and that's something
Yeah.
our club brought up.
Yeah.
If we don't embrace the youth right now and get them involved,
Yeah.
we're all doomed to failure.
You get them away from their little machines there.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think they, you know,
Well, I think NASCAR is trying, Dave, but I don't know how successful they're being at it right now. I mean, you got the France kid,
yeah,
and they're trying to spin the wheels
Yeah.
to make that happen. I don't know how successful it is.
No.
Yeah.
Remains to be seen, but it's a shame. We are a dying breed.
Yeah.
I hate to admit that, but
Yeah.
it's sad for all of us. I know that,
Yep. But
We-
oh, go ahead.
but
No.
we'll make the best of it.
we're
the
trying
time-
to incorporate. You know, we have Saturday Night Hero and all those awards.
That's right.
We're trying to get something in that actually goes towards up and coming drivers. We're considered a
Oh.
bunch of old duffers.
Yeah.
But we really got to open it up. We got to go to these tracks and meet these kids, and we got to bring an award. We're all a bunch of Model A people.
Yeah. That's right.
And we know we got to change it.
Yeah.
Well,
there's
one-
a lot of up and comers for sure.
One thing you got to think about, you said it a few minutes ago, all the local tracks are dying.
Mm-hmm.
So, you don't have the kids that are involved in racing anymore, like you were, Buzz, like you were, Dave.
Yep.
You don't have those number of people that are really that have the love and passion for the sport. We're losing that,
Yeah.
I think Kenny Schrader might be able to help us with that.
I would hope so.
I
Yeah.
really think because he gives out that award for that.
Oh, that's right.
And if we
Yeah.
could convince Kenny
Yeah.
to present that award here in Daytona
That would be sweet.
instead of the PRI show.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to bend his ear, but I wish I would have.
Yeah, because the PRI show, it seems like it would be kind of swallowed up because the show's so big.
Exactly.
Yeah, this way here it'd be front and center.
And it's Daytona.
That's right.
Just say those words anywhere in the country and
Yeah.
you got credibility.
anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
That's right. Yeah, anywhere in the world. Well, we got some folks we got to say thank you to for putting this on. We've got Danny over here working the board.
Yes, Danny.
Yeah.
All right, good job.
Yeah, and she's got tickets for the Daytona 500 tickets here. And we got Mike and Dave, the applause sign
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
There are.
Without Mike Maltane, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen. This
That's
show
for
doesn't
sure.
happen.
Yeah, amen.
But what about next week, Buzz? We got Gary Blue.
We got Gary Ballou
I
next
mean, you
week.
talk about entertainment, people.
Yes.
You want to be entertained? This is a dude, man.
Yeah, he hits the ground running, doesn't
Yeah.
Wouldn't
he?
want to follow him.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I love the
That's for
guy.
sure.
I love the guy big time. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. So.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah.
No.
You got the McKinn women here today.
That's right. We
Got your
got
sister Pat?
we got Sister Pat. Sister Kathy was here, but she had to leave, and my wife Gwen. So the three of the McKinn women are here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tomorrow February 1st is the 60th anniversary of the McKim clan moving to Daytona Beach.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
From South Florida, from Hollywood, Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, big move.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
So mom and dad loaded up the station wagon and along you came.
That's right.
Is that what you had was a station wagon?
Yeah, I have a station wagon.
I like the Ray
U-Haul in
Fox
the back.
movie from Pelham, New Hampshire to Daytona. That's a move.
Now that's a move.
Do you remember,
that's right.
Pat? Do you remember? Oh, you were 5, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that was really something. Then Randy Tissett, who was a local driver down there, he ran the Permatex race, and he and his whole crew came and stayed with us for the first 2 weeks we were living here.
Wow.
And there was a lot of boxes that weren't unpacked or anything. It was just great.
So those boys were from Hollywood down around Lauderdale?
Yep.
They came up
Yeah.
to
Oh,
race?
yeah. And Ballou knows Randy and all those guys,
Does
for
he?
sure,
Yeah.
Okay,
So
well, don't forget, next week, Gary Ballou.
Oh, man.
And thank you so much to
Be
Dave
here.
Dion. And
thank you, everybody. Good to see you.
we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
The Legends of Racing radio show originates live from the very spot where beach racing began, racing's North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. Join us next time for the Legends of Racing radio show.